Hey folks, John with Complete Technology Solutions, your friend in the computer business. All right, a little bit of house cleaning for you, but first, our friends over at PavaShot, they listened. You gotta love when they listen. Here we go. All right, guys, so I wanted to let you know, on the last video, I was actually out of town, and I did discuss the fact that I am splitting the channel, and I'm going to have another sub-channel. I have created the channel. I'm not going to link it down here yet until I get a little bit of content on it, get something, you know, at least a banner and all that other kind of stuff. But it is going to be Complete Technology Solutions, Computers, and Gaming. Pretty simple, right? And then we're going to maintain this channel for doing all of our less than lethal, which is essentially what I love to do right now. Anyway, you know that. So that channel should be up and ready for everybody to go over and take a look at, hopefully in the next week or so. I'm trying to get it all together now, and it would be pretty cool. But in the meantime, guys, listen, you know what makes a good company? When they listen to their customers. And you guys may remember here, recently we did the NPDD, the Non-Pyrotechnic Diversionary Device, by our friends over at PavaShot. If you didn't see that video, there it is. That thing was amazing. It was almost like a nitrogen-powered hand grenade, but it was targeted specifically for law enforcement and military. Well, you guys spoke loud. I spoke loud. They released, get this, guys, the consumer version, which I'm going to have. These are awesome. All right, I want to crack this open. I don't want to waste any time at all with this, guys, because I want to see what changes they made. From what I understand, the only major change they made is it's down to like 165 decibels, but if you're in an enclosed area, that is insane. So let's crack this thing open, and let's see what we're getting in the box. Now, remember, this is very, very, very early, guys, so these haven't even, you know, they haven't built the kits for them like those cool cases or any of that stuff. And I'm not sure how the civilian version is going to ship. We're getting the first one. So, all right, let's look in the box here and see what we get here. So right off the bat, we get the NPDD-C, which I'm assuming stands for civilian. Cracking this open. And in the box, you've got your, that is one of the extra spoons along with an extra pin. And we've got the body. Now, this is actually what you're going to screw the payload onto the top, and on the bottom goes the nitrogen capsule. And you've got your reloading tool. There we go. Oh, this is so exciting, guys. Oh, and you get some very detailed instructions. And I'll give you a good look at this. This is exactly what it's going to look like, but this is the civilian version field manual. You've got, I love PavaShot. These guys are so awesome. All right. And I'm sure this is in early stages, too. It'll probably end up being in a pretty nice document when it's all done. So we're going to skip that, though, because we know how that goes. All right. In here, this is the Bang Reload. Now, they are not going to, for the civilian version, they did tell me this, they're not going to release the Pava or the PepperBall version or the Pepper Powder. Common sense here, guys. If you're launching one of these in your house, if you've got somebody in your house that's an intruder, you don't want to gash your entire house with Pava. That would be stupid. Concept of this is flashbang. So scare, definitely disorient, and get rid of the intruder. So, all right. So in here, you're going to have your, check it out, guys. So the payload and the nitrogen capsule come in the same box. That's actually pretty cool. And guys, that's a brown one. We haven't seen the brown C-Bang yet. That's actually really neat. So in other words, when you get your reloads, that's how they're going to come. And it looks like we got 3 reloads with this kit. Now, from what I understand, they are going to offer it in a couple of different ways, and I'll try to have it the same way for you guys. You're going to get the body. You can order just one body and one of these, or you can get what they call, this is like the reload kit, which has 3 of these, so you can throw one off to see what it's going to do to kind of plan what you're going to do. But let's go ahead and load one of these up real quick, because I want to show you guys how we do it in case you forgot. All right, so we're going to take out our nitrogen capsule and our payload, and we're going to take out that little piece of paper there. All right, as you can see, it's threaded up in there, guys. You remember what this thing does, don't you? Whoo! All right, so to reload the body, all right, so what we're going to do is, if you look in here, you've actually got your firing pin that is highly pressurized. So you're going to take your reloading tool, you're going to push this up in there and thread it until it bottoms out. like this. And guys, you got to give it a little bit of pressure. There we go. And thread it until it bottoms out. All right, you don't have to like crank it down, just until it stops, okay? Then you take your spoon and your pin. I love the fact this is all brand new, guys. It is never, you know, if they're going to ship it like this, that's great. You're literally assembling it and learning it as you go. All right, guys, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your spoon, as you can see here. You've got your reloader all pushed up in there. Like I said, not tight, just snugged in. You're going to put your spoon in. And you'll notice, by the way, guys, if you look at this, it's contoured. See how you've got that contour? So when you put the spoon in, it's going to lay down against the body. If you put it in upside down, see how that won't fit flush? So you want to put it in there, and it'll fit flush against the body and open up those two holes where you're going to actually put the pin. Slide the pin through, all the way through. Now, you can leave it like this, or you can bend out the pins a little bit, guys. Honestly, you don't have to worry too much about it because there is going to be some reverse pressure on that once you release the reloading tool. So once you've got this in, pins all the way through, we're going to unscrew this, and that is going to release the reloading tool. And as you can see up in there now, that pin is compressed way back up in there where it needs to be. All right. Now, you're going to take your nitrogen capsule. You're going to screw it onto the bottom, all the way up on there until it stops. There we go. And you're going to take your payload, and you're going to screw it onto the top. And guys, you got to push down a little bit on it. You see how it's a little bit, and then screw it on all the way until it's down. And that, guys, is how this is going to sit until you need it. All right, guys, so I want to demo this in what I would consider kind of a real-world scenario, something where you'd actually use this kind of thing. And, guys, I can see this being something that you would have sitting in your nightstand or maybe on your nightstand or between your bed or something like that, something for emergencies. So you hear somebody come into your house, you have two choices, right? You can either fight or flee. That's the way this works. That's the response from human beings. Well, in this particular case, it gives you a third option, which is to deter, frighten, and absolutely disorient somebody that comes into your house, all right? What I want to do is I'm going to line up on the range down here. I'm going to have Stumpy down there in one position. I'm going to have the primary camera here, and I want to show you what I'm talking about. Here we go. All right, guys, so here's the scenario. We're going to assume this is the hallway of your house, all right? And I'm going to turn this a tiny bit so you can see the door here. All right, so the doorway to my studio is right here, okay? So we're going to assume you're in your house and you hear somebody that comes into your house. You know that this is somebody that doesn't belong there, okay? So it's not a dog wandering around or one of your kids coming home late or whatever. Somebody is in your house and you know they're not supposed to be there. All right, the concept is you can come out of your room, pull your pin, and pop this down the hallway. The cool thing about it is there's no fire, no pyro, no explosion, nothing that's going to hurt anything inside your house. The whole concept is to definitely deter and definitely disorient whoever's in the house and scare the snot out of them. They will run. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going back in here. I heard a funky noise. I'm going to pull my pin. I'm going to throw down the NPDD. Guys, did you see that? Did you see what just happened right there? That would absolutely have freaked out anybody that came anywhere near your house. You know what? Let's do another one. Hey guys, before we do, I want to show you the same remember exactly like last time where you've actually got this little bag right here. This is actually what's blowing up whenever you see that explosion, right? And as you can see, that is some seriously thick vinyl, guys. And you can see there's a little bag that explodes when you throw this down the hall. So I tell you what, let's reload and let's do another shot. All right, guys, so here we go again. You know, it occurred to me, to make sure Stumpy's still in place. Yeah, he is. I don't know what knocked that piece of wood down. I don't know if that was concussion or what, but we're going to find out. We're going to do it again. So I'm stepping back into my office here, which would be our bedroom. We hear somebody coming into the house. We throw down. Guys, are you seeing that? That is a lot of concussion right there. I don't care who walks in your house. They're leaving. They're leaving one way or the other. I mean, look at this. It's like raining dust here. What you're seeing, that dust, is from the roof, that expansion of air in here. So it is definitely going to be effective when it comes to stopping somebody coming into your house. And I love the reloadable aspect of this thing, guys. That gives us a lot more option. Then knocked it down again. That's great. So let's go back in here and talk about this for a second. I think we're onto something. Here we go. Guys, look. I have reviewed some really good products on this channel, and I have reviewed some really bad products on this channel. And all of you guys who've been with me for years know that I don't pull punches. If I feel like something isn't going to be up to snuff, I am not going to come out there and bring it to you and say, hey, you really ought to carry this. Like, you're never going to have me ever come out and say, yo, you need a PepperBall compact in your pocket. That's why, right? But I got to tell you something, guys. Honestly, in my opinion, once again, every household needs one of these, all of them, because I got to be honest with you, as a deterrent, it's fantastic. If somebody walks in your house and you pull that pin, throw it down the hallway, A, there's a grenade coming their way. B, it explodes and it will shock them. You saw stuff falling off of my roof, and that roof, guys, is about, I'd say about 11, 12 feet tall, just falling off of it. So that compression, as soon as it goes off, you saw the board fall off the front of that thing a couple of times. So it's got a lot of force when it actually does go off. And guys, even if they don't run, they are going to be freaked out enough time for you to reach over and grab your HDB or your HDP 50 or anything and get out there and square the job away to get them out of your house. But at the end of the day, this is amazing. The fact that the company listened to, guys, is another thing that just blows my mind. I'm not used to companies actually listening when people ask for things. These guys did. So here's the deal. I am going to carry these, and I'm going to try to get all of it, the kit with the body, and 1 or 2 or 3 or however many reloads you want on these things. If you're interested, drop me an email. Give me a little time, because I'm going to have to get all of these ordered up. This is the only one that I've got, and I know it was one of the first ones they produced, and I really appreciate that. But honestly, once again, I'll say it. Everybody needs one of these. This is going to live in my nightstand. I will put the last one of these in here, and this one is going to live in my nightstand right there. If I ever need it, pull it out. Boom. Way to go. PavaShot, you guys rock. Don't stop what you're doing. And they're not done. There's more coming. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. I will keep you informed on the other channel. Hopefully within a week or so, we'll have some content on there. I may start with something real simple, like I need to do a repair on this Amiga up here. So we'll see what we can do. Have a fantastic week, guys. Bye-bye.